Hey, baby, stealing me OCD. And again, let's do it again. Hey, baby. Today I'm playing Half-Life Blue Shift. This is going to be the beginning of my Half-Life Blue Shift playthrough. Now, in the main game, Half-Life, we played as Gordon Freeman, a theoretical physicist working at the Black Mesa facility who, along with a group of scientists in the anomalous materials laboratories sector of the Black Mesa facility, he triggered the Black Mesa incident, which caused all manner of hostile alien life to pour through onto our Earth, and cause all kinds of chaos, and cause the government to send soldiers to kill the scientists and security guards and Black Mesa personnel. And it was a battle for survival for us as Gordon Freeman. And then in opposing force, which I played before this, we played as Adrian Shepard, a soldier who was sent to the Black Mesa facility, not knowing his orders, because his sergeant was either killed or injured before he could give the orders to Shepard, and Shepard just ended up battling for survival after his fellow soldiers abandoned him there at the place, because he couldn't get to the landing zone in time. And he ended up playing quite an instrumental role in preventing the world from being terraformed by the invading race X aliens when his time at the Black Mesa facility was coming to an end, before the G-Man kidnapped him and put him in cold storage, essentially, or in stasis, existing in a kind of time vacuum, waiting for G-Man and his employers to decide what to do with him. And now in Half-Life Blue Shift, we're going to be playing as a security guard. A security guard known as Barney Calhoun, you see. Barney is the model of security guard that's most commonly seen in the Black Mesa facility. The slim security guard wearing a helmet, not a big fat security guard like Otis, the one with the bald head and the moustache, or the chubby security guard with the full head of hair, which I also call Otis, which I think is also called Otis. I'm not sure really. Anyway, let's get started now. We're halfway blue shift, baby dolls, and as usual, I'm going to be doing the training room. Sounds windy outside still. Yes. Since I'm a completionist, I'm going to be doing the training room. So let's get started, baby dolls. Need to do it again because of my OCD. By the way, I find it ridiculous in this expansion how there's no button to get back to the title screen when you're in mid-game. Anyway, here we are.
Welcome to the Black Mesa Hazard Course for Security Guard Training. I'll be your holographic guide to assist you in your training. Begin by putting on your vest and helmet. You'll find this equipment in the next room.
Yes.
Whenever you see one of these buttons, press it and I'll repeat instructions or show you how things are done.
Yes, sir. Anyway, just need to move here a bit because my mouse was running off my paper attached to my laptop. And I was having some problems moving. And you might have noticed in this part of the training facility how even though we're in the same hazard course, pretty well a similar hazard course to what Gordon Freeman ran through at the start of the main game. Instead of having Gene across, I think, as the holographic guide to guide us through this place, we've got a holographic guide of Barney, haven't we? Well, should I say the Barney type security guard anyway. And does he have grey hair, this holographic model of Barney? Can't really tell. It will be interesting though to think of him being like a holographic model of the say the leader or the highest ranking security guard if he was grey, wouldn't it? But don't think I'm seeing any grey temples or anything. I think I'm just imagining it, especially with the bright glow of the hologram potentially making him look like he has grey temples. But I digress, Sonny Jim. So now let us progress, shall we, like he wants us to.
Here you will find your standard armor vest and helmet. These will help protect you against any physical threat you may encounter while performing your duties. When your armor becomes too damaged to be useful, you'll need to find a fresh vest or helmet to protect yourself.
Yes, sir. Having a bit of trouble with my controls because of how I had that dampness on my lips before and I was trying to pull it away and got my fingers wet a bit, so I don't think it's possible to jump over these barriers in this version of the training room, is it? Because you remember when I was Gordon Freeman and I was at this part many moons ago, well, should I say a few years ago, and I was able to jump over this barrier to get onto these pipes, but yes, it was different since Gordon Freeman's part of the hazard course didn't have this sideways catwalk where you could move in this direction and get the armor, did it? But yes, I digress, baby dolls. And doesn't the way this little silo-like room descend? Doesn't the way this little silo-like room descends remind you of the On a Rail chapter of the original Half-Life game? Like when you'd have the tram and you'd use it to ride up big tram elevators and it would twist like a corkscrew as it elevated you upward while soldiers at the sides would shoot at you and cause all manner of complications and problems. It reminds me of that anyway, but yes, let's just proceed, Sonny Jim.
Moving around in your armor may be a little tricky at first. Take a moment to get a feel for moving around. Once you get comfortable with this, proceed to the next section just around the corner.
Yes, sir. I'm a big fan of taking orders from holograms, me, you see. And I'm a poet because I know it, baby dolls. Yes. Anyway, let's proceed. This place is very dirty and dusty, by the way, isn't it? Or should I say rusty? It's easy to get those things confused when you're somewhat nervous with your OCD and whatnot. Is this door not gonna make a sound to indicate that I've tried opening it? Anyway, there's our Black Mesa symbol, or should I say lambda symbol for our spray painted image. Because I don't think we can actually, change our spray painted image in this version because there was no multiplayer tab in the options section when I was first starting this playthrough. Therefore, I couldn't figure out a way to change my spray painted image. So it seems like thus far we might have to settle for the default one, doesn't it? And I can't remember if I've ever actually changed my spray painted image in this game before. It seems familiar that I have, but not quite sure. Anyway, let's head on.
The first move you'll need to practice is jumping. You'll have to get over all 3 of these obstacles in order to proceed. It helps to get a running start. Watch me do it, then try it yourself.
He's very fit, that Barney hologram, isn't he, with that armor and whatnot?
Good work. Please proceed to the next area.
Yes, sir. After all, I'm only a security guard and these scientists are the bosses, so I have to follow their orders. Let's go.
You'll need to duck under the next set of obstacles. When you crawl in a crouched position, you can move very silently. This can be very useful when you don't want to be heard.
Well, why do us security guards not need to be heard at times, eh? Are we going to be getting up to dodgy dealings in this place? Like maybe skiving off at times when we should be standing guard for our scientist employers or something, eh? I'll have you know I fully intend to be an honest security guard at this place, and that I intend to legitimately earn my payment, security guard, baby doll. Anyway, let's do what we're supposed to. Can anyone see me doing this? No, they seem
Very
distracted.
good. I hardly noticed you. On to the next area.
Oh, it's nice to know that I'm now capable of sneaking past you, my employers, at times when it may prove advantageous for me to do so. Yes.
Now, try combining moves. You'll need to jump, duck, and then jump again. This should get you prepared for the next room, where you'll have to do both moves at the same time.
Yes, sir. Let's get on with it then. Hiya!
Good work. You look prepared for the next station.
I look prepared for the next station. What if I didn't look prepared for it? Would you be rushing in here with health packs and whatnot to save my life or something? Anyway, I'm glad to see I still managed to look handsome and vigorous while running these hazard courses. So I guess I'll see you all later, scientists. And it's nice how they have it one scientist of each model behind those glass windows, except for the Mark Fowler look like instead of the Mark Fowler, except for the Mark Fowler look-alike scientist, isn't it? Can I get on that ledge, by the way? No, there's definite invisible walls over these ledges, isn't there, here? And I think,
To get into these pipes, you'll need to perform a duck jump. You'll want to stand right at the mouth of the pipe. While moving forward, jump up and hold the jump button to go into a crouch in midair. It may be tricky at first, but you'll find it comes in handy to be able to jump and duck into tight areas.
yes, yes, I was just going to say that I thought Dr. Rosenberg would be, I heard Dr. Rosenberg would be behind one of these windows, and it just so happens I just happened to find him right now. Isn't that quite an interesting coincidence, eh, Sonny Jim? And if you're wondering who Dr. Rosenberg is, well, we'll find out as we get into the main game, won't we? Any other scientists here? Or is Dr. Rosenberg on his own?
Nice work.
Isn't Dr. Rosenberg gonna say anything about how well I handled that? And now the game is going to make us do duck jumps all the time, isn't it?
Walk directly into the ladder, look up, and continue moving forward. If you want to climb back down, just move backward.
Yes, sir. These are all handy skills to know after all.
The next 4 jumps get more difficult each time. Don't worry if you miss the last one a few times, just climb up and do it again. If you can make all the jumps in a continuous run, you're doing just fine.
Okay, I'll try. Even though my fingers are still a bit wet, but I digress, Sonny Jim. Oh yes, I did that most splendidly well, didn't I, baby dolls? And yeah, as you can see, this course does have minor difficulty differences to the hazard course we did as Gordon Freeman, since our progression of jumps just happened in a straight line rather than a horseshoe-like curve as they do in this hazard course. But I digress, baby dolls. You don't really care, do you, about these minor technicalities and technical differences, I suppose you could call them? Anyway, yes, off we go. Down the ladder.
To start the lift, walk up to the button and press the use key while facing it.
Yes, sir, Barney.
Now that you're up here, there's only one way down. Find the target on the floor below and do your best to hit it. You may take some damage from the fall, but don't worry about it. We'll give you some first aid in the next section.
Did you say land on the target or the boxes? I don't remember. Well, yeah, I'll go for the target regardless. Not bad. Not a bad landing. Is that my blood? Can't remember if that was there before or not. But yeah, as you can see, this particular hazard course has those same bloody handprints on the walls like what the hazard course did when we were Gordon Freeman, even though this course bears slight differences compared to the hazard course we took as Gordon Freeman. So is there a conspiracy theory going on here or what? I don't know. And yes, this spray paint, with how my spray painted image has changed to security check area 9. I can't remember if or not I could originally change the spray painted image or not, because it does seem familiar. I actually chose that to use this text as my spray painted image at one point in time, but I couldn't find a way to change my spray painted image when I was starting the game up just then, so yeah, obviously I'm confused about this matter. Anyway, let's just head on, shall we, Sonny Jim? Wonder if we've already just gone through this corridor, or if we're about to go through it.
You'll find medical kits like this one throughout the Black Mesa research facility. To restore your health, walk up to a med kit, then press and hold your use key. Your health will recover gradually until you're at full health or until the kit is depleted. Once the light goes out, a med kit cannot be reused.
Yes, sir.
You may also find HEV charging stations, such as this one, throughout the facility. These stations, however, can only be used by qualified science personnel wearing powered hazardous environment equipment, so they will be inaccessible to you during your duties.
That's good to know. Except if I happen to be rather lacking in armor cohesion, then I'll be in trouble if I can only find them, won't I? Since they're of no use to me and there's no secret supplies under these stairs. Apparently there's an unwritten rule with games where more often than not, there's always going to be hidden supplies under staircases. But clearly there wasn't just then. That's where I was before, when I was wondering if I'd already come through this corridor, isn't it? Nice to have my questions answered like that so expeditiously.
To spin that bridge, walk up to the control wheel and press the use key.
Let's do it, don't I? And once we've spun it, it's going to gradually start spinning back, so we need to be quick and efficient. Thanks very much. Doesn't seem like anything down there, does there? This place is claimed for the security resisty, baby. Anything down here? It does seem not. For a minute I thought this railing was going to have an invisible wall above it and block me from getting over it and cause me to fall, but fortunately that wasn't the case here, so well done to the game designers in that regard. More invisible walls over the barriers here.
Sometimes you'll need to rely on quick reflexes to get around. Try jumping this gap on your own.
Yes, sir.
What you really need to do is push the box down into the pit. Pushing is easy. Just move forward into the box and you can push it into position.
Did you see how I managed to make that jump without pushing the box down? Aren't I a legendary skillful player, eh, baby dolls? But yes, this is what we were meant to do, so yes, let's proceed, shall we?
If you can't push an obstacle out of the way, you might try pulling it. To pull a box, move up to it and press your use key. While holding down the use key, move backwards, and the box will be pulled with you.
More cockroaches here in this particular hazard course. It's at sea. Oh, I just stood on it. even though I was doing my best not to stand on it. And we can't quite cover it up with our spray painted image either since I sprayed the wrong place. Doesn't it look a bit like a face or a smiley of some sort about the pattern by which the blood is splattered on the floor? Intriguing trees, baby dolls. Yes, so let's head on now. Why isn't it pulling out? Why am I stuck all of a sudden? What is this nonsense? This stupid cheating game? This shouldn't have happened. Come on. I'm gonna have to, no clip in the training room. That's just... Oh, wait, yeah, it hasn't done it because I forgot to enable didn't enable cheats, did I? Okay. There we go. We're out of it. We're not stuck anymore now. So let's see if I can pull it out now. Yes, that's how it was supposed to go. Anyway, time to disable cheats because, as I say, I'm a fair player, baby dolls. Wonder if I can push this box up here. No, I can't. It's seeing there's a kind of rim in the floor that I can't get the box past, you see? So yes, this is like the Quake 2 section of the training facility, isn't it? Without Quake 2 often had scary warehouse-type places where there'd be scary strug cyborgs hiding behind the crates waiting to scare the life out of me as they ran out from among them trying to melee attack me to death. Particularly the berserker kinds of strug cyborgs. They were the scariest ones to me, you see. Them and the gladiators and the gunner cyborgs too.
If nothing else works, you can try breaking things that block your path. Pick up the crowbar and smash your way through the boxes.
Yes, sir. And just like that, we can attack boxes like a frenzied madman yet again. And we can even destroy planks of wood, which are balanced against walls and whatnot as well, Sonny Jim, to satisfy our destructive needs and desires. And we can even break through this vent as the floor is telling us to do. And once more we get that satisfying sound of breaking through vent covers, through vent grating, rather, whatever you want to call it, Sonny Jim.
You'll need to use your flashlight for the next area.
Good thing he didn't shoot me for breaking through that window. But it sure got his attention, didn't it? Oh, I just stood on another cockroach. And as you can see, we can break tables as well, baby dolls. Now it's time for our flashlight to be come into use, so we can use it to penetrate the almost impenetrable darkness. And why wasn't there any battery power there like there was when we played this hazard course when we were Gordon Freeman? It's quite mysterious this how there's how some things are the same with this hazard course compared to Gordon Freeman's hazard course, and now some things are quite different, isn't it? Are you feeling scared yet, you viewers at home? Now that we're navigating our way through this dark part of the Hazard Clause. After all, scary monsters could have beamed in here without the security guards or scientists being aware of it, couldn't they? More realistically, though, there's probably just going to be some security guards or scientists in the midst of romantic rendezvous somewhere in this darkness,
Great.
but no.
Remember, your flashlight will lose power over time, so switch it off when you don't need it. When the flashlight is off, it will recharge itself.
Yes, sir. Those are some real words of wisdom right there, Barney baby. Wonder if we go down there at some point. Oh, I just remembered now. The reason there was no battery power through that doorway in that dark place is because of with how we're a security guard, we collect armor rather than suit power in the form of batteries. How careless of me to forget. Anyway, into the target range access we go. You can hear me fan on loud a bit.
Welcome to the Black Mesa Training Target Range. You'll get a chance to fire your weapon, reload, and fire the attached grenade launcher. Collect your equipment and proceed to the firing station.
Yes, sir. Wonder if we can destroy the table before collecting the gun. Yes. And the supplies just fall straight to the floor without missing a beat, baby dolls. Are we full on grenades? Yes, we are. Nice of the wall to tell us where the ammunition is, or the munitions, if you want to get technical. And now it's also the security checkpoint area 9. Let's proceed.
You'll need to hit every target to complete the course. If you miss, don't worry about it. The targets will keep moving until you manage to score a hit. If you want to get through the target range as quickly as possible, try reloading during pauses instead of letting your gun run out of ammunition at a critical time. To fire the grenade launcher, use the alternate fire button. Some targets can only be destroyed by lobbing grenades. I'll start the sequence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The mice are there again. I should say the rats. That was just a bare hit, wasn't it? Just a barest of hits.
You've completed the Black Mesa Training Target Range. You may advance to the next area.
Yes, as I said before, you can see the mice are down here just like they were in Half-Life 1, just like they were in the main game, as I showed you in one of my previous videos where I no-clipped past similar barriers to these so that I could go down there and show you them at close range. Anyway, it's time for us to leave this place. So let us do that. And head on up this ladder.
Your heads-up display will let you know when oxygen becomes critical. That means you'll need to find some clean air to breathe. As you swim through this course, your blood oxygen levels will begin to drop. At the midpoint, you'll be given an opportunity to surface for air.
There's quite a bit of an echo here with your holographic voice, isn't there? Anyway, time to make a daring leap into this watery gap. Hiya, yes. Can this health be used, by the way? I mean, I don't need to use it because I'm full on health, but guess it was in case we fell down and hit the hard floor rather than landing in the water, eh? Interesting to know that we could heal ourselves, and why does he disappear? Oh, we just can't see him. We just can't see the holograms from distance, can we? It would seem. That's a nice effect, how he flickers from a distance like that, though, isn't it? Just down into the drink again. Nice of him to point upward like that for us. So
You regain health lost from holding your breath too long once you've made it to the surface for air. Go ahead and swim on to the next section.
yes, sir. Are they rather anxiety-inducing, those gulping, swimming sounds, eh, Sonny Jim? Wonder if there's anything on this far, narrow wall over here. It would seem not. I can't resist spraying random things. Oh, I just stood on another cockroach. Cockroaches are live too, and they don't deserve to be killed, you see. When we were Gordon Freeman doing this hazard course, there was a HEV armored charging station here on this post, but not now. Now there's just rather discombobulated looking letters on this post where it once was. And here, Electronic Arts gets a free advertisement on this post. It sounds like there's liquid going through these pipes. Intriguing trees, Batman. So, I wonder if I can do this part of the course again. Yes. That's a fascinating fact, Durban.
Pass through fire or steam, you'll see damage icons come up in your heads-up display. Directional indicators at the center of your display will show you from what direction damage is coming.
Yes, sir. Anything on these stairs? It would seem not, except a spray-painted message for the people who need to feel safe, knowing there's security in the area, baby dolls. Oh, I'm not stuck again, am I? What kind of complete, pure and unadulterated stuff and nonsense is this? Oh, yes, in fact, I managed to get free by sidestepping it, it seems, yes. There's a relief the likes of which Leaf Tilden would be grateful for. Oh, radioactive sludge is down there. Not a comforting feeling coming along here as it's no, sorry, Bob. Can I get behind you? Oh, yes, but I think the pipes are hurting me, man. Why is only the backs of the pipes hot to touch, though? Yeah, I shouldn't be standing there regardless. Is there actual fire in this strange fiery contraption which just randomly exploded as I was passing by? It's a wonder.
Proximity to radiation activates a Geiger counter and radiation display in your helmet. Many other biological and chemical hazards are also indicated in your heads-up display.
Okay, let's see if I can make this jump even though I never usually make it. Oh yes, I made it, because I've got skills. Skills that most people can only dream of, baby dolls.
Please proceed to the next section.
It gives you a good impression of how dangerous this particular places when the whole structure has these thick metallic walls surrounding it, doesn't it? I wonder what's up there behind that grating, and I wonder if I was actually there while I was taking this test at any point in time. It's important to let the world know they're safe by posting security indicators on walls everywhere. You can hear water again. Oh, I feel defenseless.
Lead a scientist into the next room. He will open the door that leads back into the transit system. To have someone follow you, approach the person and press your use key. He will then follow you until you face him and press the use key again.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I will follow you if you wish.
Thanks. And I don't know if I've showed you before, but if we go up to drinks machines and select a product, we'll be able to take it and boost our health by 1 point. Say, from 83 to 84 baby dolls. You can get 20 from each machine before they run out, but I'm not going to spend that much time doing that. Can these lockers be opened, by the way? It would seem not. When we were doing this hazard course as Gordon Freeman,
Okay, I will wait here.
there was a security guard in this place rather than just a holographic security guard along with these scientists, but the security guard isn't here this time. Maybe that's because I'm the security guard, Barney, eh? Guess we'll never know. Quite amusing when you get chairs like this in Half-Life, the original Half-Life, which you can't change the orientation of, and they're just like arranged in a constantly diagonal way as you push them around, isn't it? Let's just push it in the corner to make it nice and neatly organised, even though it's a scene we can't get it completely in the corner. Now we've painted some letters on it, haven't we, Sonny Jim? And ceilings like this make me think of when I was at high school, and they made a new they renovated a section of the school which was kind of old and unorganised, and they made it more symmetrical and nicer. And the classrooms all tended to have these ceiling panels, and I remember some of the more troublesome kids would kind of press upward with their fingers and kind of push them up a bit, and I'd be surprised that they could be pushed and moved around a bit. Well, yes, it just goes to show the types of kids I went to high school with, doesn't it? Sorry, baby dolls. And I wonder if this speaking door here is going to keep saying different things as I try to go through it. Maybe not. You know, like when I was Gordon Freeman going through this place, and it'd say things like, I can't really remember, but it'd be sounding like it was getting angrier and angrier as I was trying to get through, until eventually it just went all silent on me like it was in a big huff.
Access denied.
That voice does. I've always found that voice kind of funny with how deep and gruff and monotonous it sounds.
Access denied.
Especially when it gives status messages and requests to the staff, and you happen to hear it on the intercom as you're heading through the Black Mesa facility.
Yes, I will follow you if you wish.
In the main game.
Yes, I will follow you if you wish.
Yes, I know I only need one scientist to open the door, but
I'm
let's
going to
bring
stay here and wait for my colleagues.
them both anyway.
Access granted.
For a minute there, I thought it was going to say access denied, and then that I was going to be stuck in here forever. Or I'd have to, like, no-clip my way through the... having to cheat yet again on just a hazard course.
Press your use key to engage the train. Once engaged, move forward or backward to increase or decrease the speed of the train. Press the use key a second time to disengage from the train.
Why is every room so echoey here, I wonder? And I wonder if this is connected in any way to the on a rail chapters, railway line. But it's nice to see, though, that we're close to ground, isn't it? Despite navigating this rather labyrinthian training complex. That makes me wonder if it could be by the on a rail chapters railway line as well, since when we're Gordon Freeman in the main game, we get to the top side area at times whilst we're traversing the on a rail chapter. Anyway, let us leave this place just like we've been implored to and complete our hazard
Congratulations on
course.
completing the Black Mesa hazard course for security guards. You're now certified to join the Blue Shift High Security Unit.
I feel so proud, baby. So how long have we been going? 47 minutes. Didn't think it'd be that long, but then again I do tend to ramble and witter on quite a bit, don't I, baby dolls? So yes, until next time, baby dolls, I'll see you when I do my next part. Adios, baby.